I'm in love with the cocoa. I got it for the low, 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 low.
Hey guys, long time no see. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you guys how I do my African threading. I do this pretty often and I wanted to show you guys how I do it. This is not really a specific tutorial, but I'm just going to show you guys how I use it as a protective hairstyle. And I'm also going to show you guys how you can do it too, like slowly explaining like how you can get your hair stretched without using heat, or how I do it. Yeah, anyways, let's get to the video. So before I start to thread my hair, I always make sure I have some kind of treatment on my hair, like I co-wash it before, or I like deep condition it before, or like something like that. I never have my hair dry or dirty. Like I make sure my hair is always clean before I do this. So today I just co-washed my hair, and now I divided my hair in 4 sections, and I moisturized it, and I'm just making sure there's no tangles in it. The thread I'm using is just regular thread that you can use to sew your clothes, and I normally use black or brown because it blends really well with my hair. And all you gotta do with the thread, I forgot to show you guys this, is that I tie the end of my thread, because when I'm gonna start twisting it around my hair, it's gonna be the starting point. So we need that like to be the starting point, because if you don't tie the end of the string, it's going to slip off when you do it, or when you start twisting it, like the very start of it, it's going to slip out. So you need to tie that part. And as you can see, once it's tied, all you gotta do is start taking the piece of string and wrapping it around your hair. It's really simple. Like as you can see, I'm not a pro in doing this. Like I normally ask my grandma or my mom to do this for me, but yeah, I'm getting older, so I have to do it myself now. And just continue wrapping until you get to the very end of your hair. But me specifically, when I know I'm going to go over like 3 days with my African threading or with my hair like this, I don't do it to the very end. Like I do it till the end, but then I flip my hair upwards. And once my hair is flipped upwards, just like the very end of my hair, I start like just a little bit above that area, and I start like wrapping my hair again with thread. So once I reach the end, I take the piece of string or my thread and I loop it over my hair, and I loop it twice just to make sure it doesn't come off. And you can cut it with scissors, but I just do this, and yeah, you got your hair thingy like that. And I'm just gonna repeat it so you guys can see it again. Once again, the end of my piece of string is tied, and I'm just gonna loop it around my hair, and make sure it's like really stable. Like don't make it too tight, but just make sure it doesn't move around. You don't need to make your hair in 4 sections. You can make it like more sections, like 5, 10, 20, it doesn't matter. Like these are really big sections, but they still really do stretch my hair. But in this day specifically, I wasn't really like trying to stretch my hair. I was just using it as a protective hairstyle. Reason why I flip my ends up, so to really protect my ends, because African threading is really awesome, but if you keep it in for a while, like when you remove the thread from your ends sometimes, and if you do it very often, like you can kind of mess up your ends. So I make sure to loop it up or like bring it up again, and then I take my string and I wrap it around it one more time, and I can keep this in for like a month and I'm good. So I'm just continuing on the back part of my hair, and I'm just going to continue to flip the string over. And just another thing, as you can see, there's like divisions when I do the African threading, and the smaller the divisions, the more stretched your hair will be, and the smaller each African thread is, the more stretched your hair will be. As I said before, my sections are huge, and actually the divisions of like the thread towards my hair, they're pretty, like, they're not really tight either, because you can make them tighter. But yeah, my hair is still really stretched out, or it gets really stretched out when I do this. And as I said before, I'm not trying to stretch my hair, I'm really just using this as a protective hairstyle. Make sure to really take your time with this, because if you are a beginner, it might take you time to like find a way to hold the string, but it's actually really easy. So really just don't like hurry yourself up. Just like, yeah, take your time and you'll be a pro. So as you can see, once I reach the ends, I flip my hair, I loop it, and yeah. So this is how I do my African threading when I'm trying to make it as a protective hairstyle. So like in a minute, I'll show you guys how I do my African threading when I'm trying to use it to actually stretch my hair. Yeah, so here I'm just gonna show you guys my hair after like 3 to 4 weeks, and the longest I've ever kept African threadings in my hair in 4 sections is like a month. Yeah, I know. But like I had a lot of studying to do because I remember it was like exam time here, so I just couldn't touch my hair at the time. Yeah, so as you guys can see, I'm slowly, and I beg you guys, slowly removing my ends from the string. It's actually really easy. Just take your time. Really take your time, because if you're someone that does African threading often, and you use it as a protective hairstyle and not to only stretch your hair, you gotta be really careful with your ends. Just don't like rip at it, because yeah, you can really mess up your ends, so just be careful with that. As you can see, my hair is stretched, but in this clip I'm not going to comb it out because I really was just using it as a protective hairstyle. And yeah, this is just dirt that like that happens leaving your hair like that in a while, like for a while. Yeah. Yeah, but removing the thread is really easy. The only important part that you have to like keep in mind is the ends. Once it's like done, you can just take it off slowly. And yeah, I'm just showing you guys how my hair was stretched. And right after this, like I think a day later or something, I redid them, but I redid them because I was going to get my hair in braids. So before I braid my hair or before I apply anything to my hair, like do sew-ins or anything, I really like to stretch my hair just to make it easier for the person that's braiding me. So here I did like the whole thing, like I washed, I conditioned, protein treatment, whatever. And once again I did my African threading, and these ones are different because I left them overnight. As you can see, for these ones I didn't loop my ends up, or I didn't bring my, like I did loop the string, but I didn't bring my ends up because when I keep it in for just a day or two, I don't loop my ends up. I only loop my ends up to protect it when I'm keeping it in for at least a week. If I'm leaving it just for a few days, I'll, like, once I get to the ends, like I just leave a tiny part of the ends out, and then I just loop the string over, and I just loop the string in once. Like the other time I did it twice, but here I only did it once because I'm just gonna remove it like the next day. So yeah, it's really simple. Just bring the string over your hair, get to the ends, loop the string, and you're done. Since my hair isn't too thick, I normally like really protect my ends, but in this case I don't really worry too much about keeping my ends out, because when I sleep with the satin scarf, or if I have my hair out, like it's always up or something, so I don't have to worry much about my ends rubbing on anything, because it's only for a few days instead if it was like for a month. And as you can see, I left a tiny piece of hair out because yeah, I wasn't even using a mirror, I was using the viewfinder for this. And as you guys can see, the ends are the only part that you have to be really careful with. Once you got that like to remove the string from your hair is really, really, really easy. So now I'm just gonna comb through my hair, and as you guys can see, this wasn't even like 12 hours or like 24 hours. Like, I did this at night right before I went to bed, and then like I woke up the next day. The first thing I did was remove my string from my hair, and yeah, just a couple of hours and my hair is super stretched. Again, the tighter you make your African threading and the more sections you use, your hair gets really stretched. Like my grandma, she was so patient. Like she would do like 100 pieces of like African threading on my hair, and my hair would be like super duper stretched. But yeah, this is just what I do, how I protect my hair, how I stretch my hair. Like, no biggie, no heat, no need. And I really hope you guys learned something from this video. I'm sorry, I'm really bad at explaining, but you guys really seem to want to know how I get my hair like this or how I do my African threading. So I hope the video like this would somewhat be helpful. Oh yeah, and on the same day, my sister was doing her African threading, or removing it, better say. And yeah, as you can see, she does 6 sections, sometimes she does 8. I don't know why I filmed this. She was just removing hers and I just felt like filming her. Yeah. Yeah, so I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I promise I'll be posting more hair videos. It's summer, so I'll probably have 2 videos every week now. And yeah, I'ma go now, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye!